Hello to all my cybernetic relations. I am Carla Gonzalez, and this is episode 8 of the Teachers Collective for Racial Justice's educational videos. So this week's video is centered around voter suppression. And now, if you've been keeping up with our videos, then you learned already how voter suppression is a way to discourage or prevent a certain group of people from voting in order to influence the outcome of a certain election. Now, this in America has been used particularly against Black communities. The Black community has been historically disenfranchised at the highest levels. In our contemporary situation, voter suppression has not gone away. It has just changed and it's taken on a different look. In its current iteration, voter suppression means stringent and ever-changing voter ID laws that are targeted against Black and Brown communities. It means the shutting down of polling places in these communities so that people have to take a half day or a full day off of work, have to drive across town, have to wait hours and hours and hours to actually cast their vote. Our current presidential administration is now launching an all-out attack against mail-in voting in order to sway the outcome of the election. So you have all sorts of different factors that are still trying to take away our vote, and these are actively trying to do so. The good thing is that there are ways to prevent this. There are ways to go around this. And it is essential that we do that. It is essential that we use the right to vote. It is essential that we use the rights and privileges that come with being a citizen of the United States. In a recent study, this data was released that was incredibly alarming, that showed that from 2016 to 2017, 17 million votes were purged from voter rolls. In 1 month alone in the state of Georgia, 500,000 votes were removed in July of 2017 from voter registration rolls simply because the voters hadn't voted in the last election. Now, many of these folks who were interviewed and talked to after said that they didn't realize that they had been purged until the day that they showed up to vote, at which point it was too late to do something about it. So this is it's essential that we find ways to circumvent and to fight back against the ways that these systems and people in power try to disenfranchise us and try to really tip the balance of these systems so that they work against us. First and foremost, make sure that you are registered to vote. If you are not registered to vote, you can register at Vote.gov. Then look up your state's mail-in voting laws and request a mail-in ballot. Now, the sooner that you mail that ballot in, the better. The day that it arrives, look through your voter packet, fill out your ballot, and if you are ready to do so, go ahead and send it off. If you're not ready to do so, if you're unsure about certain elections, then what I suggest you do is Google your supervisor of elections and see where it is that you can drop off your actual ballot so that when it comes time to collect the ballots, you can just go. And it might not be your polling place, so make sure that you do verify that. That way you can actually go in and just leave your ballot in the drop-in box. So there are ways to sort of bypass these issues. Anyway, that is this week's daily dose of learning. Remember to fight against voter suppression by educating yourself on issues related to being a civically engaged person and to use the rights and the privileges that are guaranteed to us because we are citizens of the United States. Stay active, stay engaged, and stay hopeful. Bye, everybody.